Satnam. I'm Mandevi here, offering a general reading. As always, explore what resonates and disregard the rest. And what they're giving me is like redirecting you, like taking you off autopilot. So the redirection now and that sense of uncertainty is like, which way do I go? Is you being taken off autopilot. Like, what do they need to do to get you there? And I can reflect, even on this hike here, my day-to-day operations, so to speak. I am definitely off autopilot, but it took a head injury to get there. Like, nothing feels like autopilot anymore. Like, nothing has that nostalgic remembrance. Like this hike, for example, I've hiked it so many times where you just like know every step. Think about your traditions in your family. This is probably a better example for you that they're probably trying to rattle you from. As an example, is like, and they were giving me this, it's like that vacation where like you go to the same spot, you go to the same ice cream place, the same putt golf, and it ends up being like, in a sense, autopilot. Like, what happens when we redirect you to think anew? You're uncomfortable, and it forces you to go in. And I was also reminded, as I like reflecting on these messages that are coming through, and they were giving me this like, we'll get you there. And I was like, they kind of gave me a little twinge, because I remember somebody telling me that we'll get you there, and it was just BS to get me to buy it. It was to buy in, and I took the bait, my fault. But I think when we have those experiences, we then question not our external, but we start to question ourselves, our own judgment, and our internal compass. Some of it is to strengthen you. Like, you got to go to the gym and do your work. You got to get out in nature and do your work. You've got work to do in order to get where you want to go. And the experiences you have, the people you meet, are there to bring you inward, to then allow you to shine outward. And we all have our unique purposes here on this planet. And I did say this in the last reading, that, coming together is an opportunity to level up, right? And depending where you're at on your lineage, and I suspect you're a starseed, and so you're calling in the light. And in a sense, your innocence, your integrity, or your level of awareness, whatever that is, because we do, sometimes the divine puts blinders up for us, to protect us and to send us on our mission. Just think of a horse when they're going in the horse and buggy, they have the blinders up. And I've even been told by somebody who said that their guide team actually literally put blinders up to protect them from traumatic events. And so it does happen, because people will be like, oh, if you know so much, why don't you know this? So you're not given all the information, but you're given enough to make a choice. You're given enough to strengthen and choose an opportunity that feels best for you based on the information you receive at that moment. Well, I do hear some other people coming, so I probably should close this, but I might set up again, and I do have a couple decks with me. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that they're giving me. You're meant to share your wisdom. You're meant to be seen. And as a catalyst for change, you begin to dim your light and feel shame, because what happens when someone feels insecure? They lash out, right? They put down. What happens when the spotlight is put on someone's, I'm going to use the word faults for lack of a better word, because I don't want to say anyone's at fault, but it's more of like, people know when they do wrong. They know when they do you dirty, right? But they're not going to raise their hand and say it. They're going to play these games and fuck with your head, right? And then you're already working in the ethers and the dream world and getting signs and synchronicities and directed and redirected. And you're like, Lord, I don't know which way is up. And the divine is saying, I'm right here with you. I'm taking you to the next level. Trust me. All right. Well, take that as it resonates, sending lots of love and light your way. Thanks for all the light you shine.